As a child, you would wait and watch from far away, but you always knew that you'd be the one to work while they all play.
What's up, everyone? This is Mark
and Jessica
from Ring Rants, here to talk about a couple of the matches for Survivor Series coming up this Sunday. So the first match we'll be talking about is a match that was just announced on SmackDown not too long ago. Tyler Breeze versus Dolph Ziggler. So this match, there's a basic build-up to it. Breeze debuted it on Miss TV through Summer Rae as her new person she's managing, and they've been pushing Breeze a lot, which is good. He's quite the talent. Obviously, he has a very good character. He has very good mic skills and very good in the ring, too. So, and of course, Dolph Ziggler goes without saying. The guy is phenomenal, at least in my opinion. So, this match should be really good. I think, give these guys enough time, they could put on a really solid match, really good match, and really get people talking,
Definitely.
Yeah, so, obviously it's going to be somewhere, either in the beginning of the card or the end or in the middle, so it's not going to be, anywhere significant, but it'll still be, I think, a fun match. I'm very curious to see who they'll give the win and, where they go from there, because, we've seen Dolph Ziggler kind of be in the main event picture or, something close to that and then kind of drop off and then do this flip-flop. And now we have Tyler Breeze, who's been winning, and it seems like they're kind of pushing him to make him kind of formidable and maybe lead into some kind of, title run with like a smaller title, not like the WWE title or anything. But I'm glad he's here. The guy is a phenomenal talent, is a phenomenal character, and he was just ready to come up. Like he did his time in NXT, and he had some really good matches for sure. And it kind of sucks that he didn't get to hold the NXT title, because I think that was one wrestler that everyone really wanted to see hold that title. But then I think when Finn Balor got introduced,
he just steals it and keeps it.
Yeah, like as soon as they got Finn Balor in the mix, everyone's focused on him and Joe and stuff like that. So it was time to bring Breeze up. So I agree with having him up here. And as far as this match, again, I think it'll be really good. As far as who wins, I'll go with Dolph Ziggler. How about you?
Okay, yeah, I think moveset for moveset, it's going to be really exciting to watch. I believe in ring they're going to be versus each other really, really even, and they're going to do all this crazy acrobatic, high-flying, kind of passionate energy. And
that's definitely Breeze's forte. He has some kind of high-risk moves. Ziggler has a few high-octane moves, but he's kind of been more, grounded as a wrestler as of late, which is fine. He's still, the DDT he does, where he gets up really high and then quickly snaps down, like, that looks amazing.
It's showmanship, but it's not over-dramatic showmanship.
Yeah,
it's
it works
technical.
Perfectly. It works perfectly for him.
So I think definitely it's going to be so exciting to watch. I think Ziggler doesn't really have that much to lose, so if he wins, he kind of just stays where he is, and he made Tyler still look good during... Is this his first?
No, he's had a couple of matches, but this will be his first, pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, his first pay-per-view match, and if anything, he'll just make Tyler look really good.
Yeah.
Tyler has more to gain from this match. It, as we said, being his first pay-per-view, and I hope he doesn't let his nerves get to him. He's had enough NXT.
Yeah, he's had experience. Going against Josh and Lager, that's big time.
That was a big match.
It's not pay-per-view, but as in terms of wrestling lore and, legends of wrestling of all time.
You're still getting a really big guy with Lager. And, yeah, so I just think it's going to be really exciting as far as calling it. I'm going to say, I don't know. This one's hard. Because I feel like WWE with new up-and-comers has surprised us, like they did with Kevin Owens. That sort of thing. His first pay-per-view match was the one where he won the title, wasn't it?
Yeah, or he didn't win the title, but he beat John Cena, which was pretty major.
So, as far as, like, calling it, I think they might surprise us, but I think they might go with a safe bet as to keeping Ziggler on his push for a little bit.
So you think Ziggler wins too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is something I see can go either way. I just think, Dolph Ziggler could use a little bit more of the spotlight, as in him winning. And, you move Tyler Breeze on, you move Ziggler on, hopefully to bigger and better things. So the last match we'll talk about is Charlotte versus Paige for the Divas title. But obviously, the first thing we have to talk about, we have to mention the thing that's been set in the wrestling universe ablaze was this promo that Paige and Charlotte kind of cut, and it talked about Charlotte's younger brother, who unfortunately passed away, I think it was 2006, of an overdose, an accidental overdose, and they used his death in their promo, and this has gotten a lot of people kind of pissed off, and really rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, and I can understand where they're coming from, because it's a very sensitive subject, and then it turns out that WWE didn't approach Ric Flair about it, and then Flair was saying that Charlotte being so, new into the main roster, she's not in a position where she can really say no, and then she not get any backlash from it. But it's just my opinion. Is it kind of lazy writing, quote unquote? Is it too easy to go down that road? Yeah, it is. Certainly. At the same time, though, there's been a lot of time that passed. 2006 was almost 10 years ago. Obviously the family went through their ups and downs with it, went through their grieving. I mean, they still could be going through it. I mean, grief
it
could
never
take.
ends.
Yeah. I mean, it can vary from person to person. But at the same time, they weren't. I don't think they were doing it in a disrespectful way. Yeah, what Paige said was definitely a little, jarring.
How she did it. And Paige is the one that's going to grab your attention. She says what she thinks. She's not afraid to be who she is and say what she thinks. And that's kind of over the years that we've seen her, kind of what's drawn us to her. Yeah. So for her to do this is not surprising, to have it be written into the scripts.
Right.
It doesn't surprise me, in all honesty, but it was... They could have chosen a different route to go as far as feeling the feud and whatnot.
Yeah, they definitely could have taken it a different route, but I think this was done to bring out some emotion, which it definitely did. A lot of people are riled up about it. A lot of people are talking about it.
I mean, we've already been riled up since Paige decided she's going to betray her sisters.
Yeah, I mean, and WWE's no stranger to, controversy and doing, out there storylines and doing out there promos. I mean, as far as this one's concerned, I think this is tame. And a lot of people who watched it during the Attitude Era and even before that, they could tell you just a long list of different promos and different segments that were really out there and really, jarring. Most people can remember Katie Vick. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Maybe a little after I started watching.
Yeah. Or this is probably a little before, basically, to fill people in, what Katie Vick is. Katie Vick was the supposed girlfriend of Kane. This was back in the early 2000s. Kane and Triple H were feuding, and Triple H was the champion.
I think I know.
Triple H dressed as Kane.
They had him do things to her.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. They had Triple H go to the funeral home.
Yes, I know.
Really disgusting stuff. Like, to me, that's the lowest of the low. When you bring in that stuff, that's one thing.
Family's a different level, but I think the rapport that the Flair family has with the company, I don't think either it was done disrespectfully or to kind of, I don't know what you want to say. Like,
I mean, yeah, they didn't clear it with Flair, or as far as what Ric Flair says, but...
And Charlotte didn't know any better.
Yeah, but to me, I don't think it's really that big of a deal. I think people are just looking to blow up about stuff because some wrestling fans are very reactionary, and they'll find the littlest thing to jump onto and make a big stink over because we have a voice. And that's fine if you want to, voice something and, kind of drum up some kind of support or no support for something. That's fine, but I think we all need just to chill out, kind of, not take things so seriously, considering if you know your history, WWE's done way worse stuff. And yeah, that doesn't, excuse it, but you have to compare it to some of the things they used to do. And again, to me, this is tame. And I've seen stuff from, the Attitude Era.
We've seen some pretty offensive things over the years.
Yeah,
so for this to offend us, you have to know that WWE wants to keep the good working relationship with the Flair family.
Yeah.
And they're not going to do anything to jeopardize that. So to do it on purpose, to be spiteful,
yeah, and
I
Flair,
just don't see it.
And Flair's going to be at Survivor Series, so...
He's going to be supporting his daughter.
Yeah,
so.
Obviously this is not something that...
Is a big deal, or that's going to
or
cause
else
division.
he would be like, no, I'm not going to go at all. Or
I'm not going to have my daughter participate, or...
Well, I mean, that's not up to him, but...
But he could be telling her this.
Yeah, but on to the match itself. Obviously, we had to address that because that was the biggest concern. But the match itself, obviously, it's been a build for a while. You've had Paige turn on and then kind of rejoin and then turn on again. Charlotte and Becky. You had to see this match happening once Charlotte and Becky debuted it just because... there is history in NXT. They're familiar with each other. Paige works great as a heel. I personally think she's a better heel than face, which is my opinion. And Charlotte is a very good female wrestler and provides WWE with a good, solid face female wrestler to kind of market around and to kind of showcase to their fans. And hopefully they do it right, and they start shifting towards wrestling and less on...
technicality and performance.
Well, more so, shifting away from the divas or eye candy and, the cattiness and stuff.
Maybe someday in our lifetime we'll see it shift from the title of a diva to something else, maybe. But
they could rename it. They could bring back the women's title. I think that'd be phenomenal for... the product is
because
just
it really does shy you away from wanting to respect them when you call them a diva.
Yeah, no, it's not doing your women wrestlers who work just as hard as the male wrestlers, any favors by considering them divas and putting them in such catty...
Because by default, you kind of just make them behave that way.
Yeah, and yes, and I realize everything in wrestling is a stereotype to a degree because it's acting, it's a performance, but at the same time though, we've seen in the past where women wrestling can be successful without all the cattiness, and there's a large push for just, hey, give us our wrestlers, let them wrestle, and then we'll be happy. We'll buy into the product.
The athleticism and the technical fighting styles and the actual ability over their scripts that they're given, the things that they say, the way that they carry on their gimmicks. That's the difference.
And I mean, and it's fine to have gimmicks. It's fine to have stories because that's part of wrestling. But I think you could do better than, you know, someone having a cat fight with another one, or, you know, the kind of usual female backstabbing that they always do.
Week in, week out, I just find myself laughing at it. And as a girl, I'm like, this feels like I'm watching a reality TV show.
And unfortunately, that's what they're going for, because right now, still, unfortunately, reality TV's, you know, the hit. You know, everyone
had, in the Attitude Era, some really good backstage segments. Don't get me wrong, that back and forth bickering and catfights, they always happened, but there was ability to back up that talk, you know what I mean?
Because even though, yes, even back then they were used as, you know, eye candy and stuff, but it seemed like in the past there was this like split between the women that they would use as wrestlers and the women that they would use as the eye candy. And I mean, it was interchangeable because Stacy Keibler had matches, and while, you know, even though she was definitely more just the manager type and there for the looks and stuff, whereas Trish Stratus, even though she was a great wrestler, she still did things that you would think, you know, a manager of Valet would do as a female, you know, competitor. So they were interchangeable, but I know we're going a little long on this, and you know, we're supposed to stay on topic with the match, but I guess what we're saying is we want to see more. We want to see WWE stick to women's wrestling and put the emphasis on that. And, you know, this seems like that's where it's heading. Especially
I see a lot of good potential with both of them, just to build a solid foundation upon who they were in NXT and all of their great athletic ability in the ring. Just build off of that and less of the catty back and forth.
Yeah, because it's not doing anything.
I mean, I still respect them. I respect the hell out of Paige for how far she's come, how hard she works, her talent, you know?
Right.
And I just don't want to see it wasted anymore.
Yeah, so as far as
ranted!
Yeah, so as far as this match, I think it's a no-brainer. I think Charlotte wins. She just became champion. I can't imagine, you know, WWE doing something where they just give her the title and then make her lose it, you know, a month after. I mean, you know, I know they've done it before, but they usually save that stuff for very rare occurrences.
With Divas, though, they've been on this kick where they keep it a while.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Nikki, unfortunately.
Nikki, AJ for some time, you know. So, but I think Charlotte retains. You know, nothing more than that, really.
I think she'll keep this momentum going. So,
but I know I wrote about it on the Ring Rats Facebook page a while back. I was arguing that she should keep the Divas title until WrestleMania and then have a WrestleMania match with Sasha Banks and just hype it. Just hype it for that month plus leading up to WrestleMania. Just hype that match because I think that will blow everyone away. You know, everyone saw the match that they put on at NXT and, you know, or the matches.
But on this big grand stage,
exposing
WrestleMania, definitely
exposing them to the main stable of fans, you know, that would be phenomenal.
They both deserve that, so I think that is a great idea. They should do that.
I'd love to see it. So, alright, guys, you know, let us know, you know, how you think these matches will go. Are you excited for the pay-per-view? Are you not so excited? You know, what do you think of, you know, the matches, Charlotte versus Paige and then Ziggler versus Breeze? You know, we think they'll be good matches, but what do you guys think? You know, leave a comment below, like the video, subscribe, share, all that jazz. You know, so be on the lookout for our other videos because we'll be filming our WWE title tournament video next. So be on the lookout for that, and we'll see you later.